Okay, so welcome to Star Citizen. Um, if this is going to help you out in the future, I may make a couple more videos explaining each little aspect of the game as far as I can, since I just started myself and I had to basically learn things on myself until I finally found somebody that would help explain some stuff. So I'm going to make it easier on some of you guys. If you're going to watch this, who knows? You may not, so be it. As soon as you start the game up, first thing you need to know, you can't just play the game. You can't just buy a subscription and be like, oh, I'm not able to play it still. You need to buy one of the packages first. The starter packages, I think, are roughly around $45. Gives you a ship, a little bit of starting currency, and access to the universe. And when I say universe, that's what we'll do here. This is going to be your universe, your open world. Sorry, I'm a little dry. If you like just the FPS, the PvP stuff, you can go here, or you can go into battles with your ships. But I would suggest starting out here so you can get the run of things. You'll click on that. You have different options on where you want to go. I'm in the United States, so I pick USA. Unless it's really, really, really busy, then sometimes I'll just hit best and it'll take me to the best server. This is where you're going to enter the universe. Now, when you start the game, you first load in that menu option, it's going to give you the choice on where you want to make your home in the universe. It's going to give you a list. There are videos out there that explain each major city. If you want to watch those, figure out where you want to go, that's fine. Sooner or later, you're going to end up moving to a different city because you're more interested in the stuff, the work, and the environment around that planet. I've already moved twice, and I've only had this game for about a week, a little over a week. And it all depends on what I'm doing in the way of contracts. So, this is where you're going to start. Actually, yeah. Yeah, so my game crashed earlier, so you're going to want to get up. You're going to hit I to go into inventory. You're going to take off your gown. Everybody just throws theirs on the ground. Well, I can throw those on the ground too. Because I did not know I had those in there. Go to undersuits. Nothing. But anyway, so I'll just give you a quick rundown. I'll run around naked real quick. I am in a spaceport over... No, I am not. It has spawned me down in the city. So F1 brings up your... I call it a multi-glass. It's a Mobi-glass, but I call it multi-glass. So Skyline. So you're going to get to choose between Hurston as a starting point, Microtech as a starting point, and so holding left click lets you rotate, holding right click lets you move. You can zoom in and out. You can spawn at ArcCorp, and once you're here, you'll be able to... So ArcCorp's main city is Area 18, which is here. Obviously, you guys can read, but that's going to be your main starting point. And then if you want to, a lot of people do this because the main city and the spaceport right above it share the same inventory. So every place is inventory specific. So if I, like, say right now I am on, let me get out of that planet. Right now I'm on Hurston. Actually, am I on Hurston? No, where am I? Interesting. Oh, I'm at Microtech. So, the inventory that I showed you guys right here, everything that I have here is only for Microtech and the planet above it. Or not the planet, the spaceport. And that's going to be the same for each major city. Crusader has Port Hollister above Orson. And I do believe Grimhex is on the moon. That's like a bad guy area, per se. So, let's see, you got your normal functions, WASD. When you are doing FPS, one thing I do like is you do have the ability to lean with Q and E. You can lean around corners and stuff, and it's pretty good compared to some games that I've seen where you just barely lean at all. This one gives you a good amount of lean. It's kind of like, I'm not going to say it's comparable to Escape from Tarkov, but you do have a decent lean mechanic in this game. Each planet and moon has its own terrain and dynamic weather. Could be cloudy, windy, rainy, snowy, dusty. Could be no atmosphere, so on and so on. Moving around the city, a lot of the cities, will have a transit system. So if you spawn up here, now I got the hiccups. Great. Go down to the lobby, and you're gonna have a whole new world that you're gonna be opened up to. And yes, once you get in your ship, you can fly throughout the city and look at the city. So on, so on. So in the cities, you have the tram systems. You'll have your choice. You can go to the back of the spaceport to go to your ship, or go to the commons area to go, look around and buy stuff. If I can make it. 2, 1, yes! Okay, it's at 2 seconds.
Careful, doors are now closing.
Okay. But we'll ride the tram while I talk about your F1. So this is your mobiGlas. First one is all chat. You can mute people, invite people to, you can do all that stuff. You can even join local global. So I haven't heard anybody talking in close proximity to me yet, but apparently that works. You can manage it, make it any color you want. If you have a party going, you can make the party whatever color you want, so on and so on. This is your loadout. I don't have any ships here, but here's where you can change all your components, like the cooling system, the power plant, your quantum drive, shields, so on, and all your missiles and guns. Then you have knickknacks. which is funny because these are basically all your little knickknacks.
Nearing next stop.
So like on Hurston, if I open that up, I have stuff on each one of these locations. So at Lorville, I have all this stuff. Like I said, each planet has its own inventory where you keep stuff.
Careful.
So
Doors
you'll
are now
have
closing.
to remember where a lot of your stuff is. A lot of people like to keep armor and weapons in the inventory at each one of these locations, because if you do die away from your home planet, a lot of times you will spawn closer to whatever major city you're at. We've already kind of gone over the map. This will let you see everything. If you're in your ship, you can click on, say, Arcorp, and then set a route. And it'll line you up on the fastest route to get to Arcorp. Or you can zoom in further and pick a spot like this, and then set the route. It'll take you to Arcorp, and then show you which point to jump to. That'll bring you closer to jumping to
Nearing next
whatever
stop.
location you clicked on. Here's your trader. Here you can send people money if you take the mining or the trading route for shipping. You can hire somebody, say I need an escort, or I need somebody to man the turrets, or help me do this or that. You can say I'll give you
Careful.
so much money,
Doors are now closing.
and start doing it this way. Look up their name, send them money, so on and so on. Next is your contract manager. Here are the different things that you can do. Delivery missions, search missions. Some of these are still search and rescue type of things. Investigations. You get bounty hunter, very low risk target, medium risk target, very high risk, low risk, high risk, so on and so on. And they're different ones. And in this game, you do have the ability to become a bad guy by having a crime
Nearing
stat,
next stop.
which will show up once you hit F1. It'll show you a crime stat right here. And it'll also show you up here. It'll have like a little stick figure with a crosshair on it with different levels.
Careful. Doors are now closing.
Here you have your ship repair, restock, and refueling. This can only be done from in your ship's cockpit while you're sitting in the seat. This is where your journal is. Just the little things that you can read in regards to whatever you're doing at that time. And then at Delphi, through all of your contracts, say Bounty Hunter, MT Protection Services, these are all MT. But you can see I'm moving up the ranks in my bounty hunting right here at MT Services. Here you can track all the ones that you're doing. And you have different ranks. So I'm only on Associate with bounty hunting, and I'm only a junior. Like I said, I've only had it for a couple
Nearing next
of,
stop.
like almost a week, a little over a week. But that's just a general rundown of things starting out that I didn't know about when I first
The
started this game.
capsule.
So, with that being said, this is just a feeler video to see if I plan on making any others. Showed you the tram, basic controls, walk through your multi-glass. Let's call an elevator. Let's go up to the ship. And that's another thing, your ship. First time getting in your ship, this is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be taking a tram to a terminal where you can then navigate your way past all the security checkpoints. To the hangars or pads. You can rent ships on three of the major cities. You'll have to file a claim to get your ship. Not every time though. If you do not destroy your ship or lose your ship once you've flown it the first time and you stored it, it will show up wherever you landed. Like I'm at New Babbage right now. I have my Redeemer and my Mantis both at Lorville.
Be sure to explore all New Babbage
I don't know
has to
why
offer.
or remember
Whether it's
why,
the latest in
but
cutting-edge
that's
technology or the beauty of our
But yeah.
award-winning gardens.
so.
The Museum tomorrow
Once you come in here
has a lot
and your
going
ship
on
is ready to be
today.
claimed, it'll have like a little arrow with claimed. I click on that, it'll tell you what pad or hangar that it's on. If you're in the city, it'll just take you to a hangar.
My protest.
Say it's going to be hangar 3. Well, generally it's going to be hangar 2 or 4. That's the only ones I've seen real often. But we'll just go to the closest one just to get there. And this is what the hangar's going to look like. Most of the time those doors are closed. Sometimes they're glitched open, but you can still walk around in here. This is where your ship will be. May it be a small ship, medium ship, large ship. But let's see, what else here? People have been messing with these. Oh, what is this? Oh, I can sit down. I thought it was a lootable crate, which a lot of these crates can be looted in a lot of the compounds and bunkers. But yeah, that's just a general rundown of basic information that you're going to need when you're starting out in Star Citizen. Right now, the current build is 3.16 in the alpha phase, which alpha's been quite a few years because this is quite a large game that they're working on. A lot of different things that go into it, different ships as well. But yeah, I'm probably may do another set of videos explaining each one of the tabs, doing each one of the an example of each one of the missions and so forth. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Until then, enjoy Star Citizen. I mean, even with all of the glitches and bugs, I'm still playing it after a week and keep coming back to it. So don't let it get frustrating. And if you ever need help, surprisingly, the chat, people in chat are pretty helpful. Some of them are kind of smartasses, but a lot of people will help you and give you answers. Just ask away in the chat. But until then, have a good one.